Merging statements in SQL Server. Hi, I'm M. Asif Hussain from KnowHow Academy. What are we going to learn in this video? We are going to understand how we can merge, insert, update and delete statements in one query in SQL Server. So at the end of this video, you are going to learn and understand how we have to create a table, how we have to insert the values in it, and how we have to use the insert, update and delete commands to merge it in one statement in SQL Server. So watch till the end. When I'm talking about the word called insert, update or delete, okay, so these are the three important commands that we use it whenever we are working in a database. So when we are working in a data or when we are working with huge data, many of the times what will happen is that the data that we have received might be unclean, might be unorganized, right? So now what we do, many of the values will be not correct. So what we have to do, we have to update few values. We have to update few records. We have to delete few records which are not required or which are having some null values. And even there might be multiple options or chances that we have to use the insert command to insert some values which are missing it. So for all these, what we generally do, we write a separate statement for insert command. We write a separate SQL statement for update command. We write a separate statement for delete command. Now, don't you think that writing these three commands in these three different steps is a huge step, and there is a lot of space that is used, right? We have to write three separate queries. Why can't we merge it into one? Yes, it is possible. So let's work on it. For that, first let me create a table. So before creating a table, my dear viewers, understand that there are three important terms that we have to remember when we are merging these statements. So the first is the word called merge. In the name itself we have it, merging. Number two, source. Number three, target. So these are the three keywords that you have to remember when you are working with this kind of scenarios. So first let me create a table. So for this I am creating a table. Create table. So the table name, let me take employee source table. So under this table, I am creating the column called employee ID, which is integer data type, comma. Now I am creating another column called employee name. So this I am choosing it as a varchar data type with the size that we can consider. Okay. Now I have created this table. So let me execute this table. So the commands completed successfully. Now let's insert the values in this table. So I am inserting the values into the table. Insert into, what is the table name? Table name is employee source, right? What I am inserting? I am inserting the values. Alright. So values, if you talk about, let me take employee ID 1, comma. Then the employee name, let me take my name here. So close the parenthesis, comma. Now I am choosing another employee ID, which is employee ID number 2, comma, employee name. Let us consider any name. Now close the parenthesis. Okay. So now let me execute this one also. Let us see, 2 rows affected. Now let me fetch the table. So for that I am using a select statement. Select a star from which table? From employee source table. Okay. So I have employee source table with 2 records in it. Alright. Now let me create another table here. So I am creating a table with the employee target. So this is my target table. So let me explain you once I insert some values in it. I am creating a target table with the same columns, employee ID which is integer, comma, then employee name with a varchar data type, and I'll choose the size as 200 here. Okay. So now let me execute this. Employee ID and employee name commands completed successfully. Now let me insert the values into this table. So I'm using the command called insert. Insert into, what is the table name? Employee target is the table name. So what I am inserting here? I am inserting some values here. So for that, let me again choose employee ID 1, comma. Now I am writing the name with just some modification here. Okay. Earlier there I have taken the name as Asif. Here I am writing the name as Asif Hussain, comma. Now I am writing another employee details, employee ID number 2, comma. There I have written the name in the previous source table as Rinsi. I am writing the name here as Rinsi Patel. Okay. Now let me execute this one also. So 2 rows affected. Now let me fetch the 2 tables so that we can understand very clearly. Select star from employee target table. So now if you see here, we have 2 tables. This is employee source table and this is employee target table. If you carefully observe, in the employee table, the name of a first employee is Asif, but in the target table, the first name of the employee is Asif Hussain. In the source table, the second employee name is Rinsi, but in the target table, the second employee name is Rinsi Patel, right? So the source table is a table where we have to apply the changes. Source table is a table where we have to apply the changes, right? Now target table is the table where it requires the changes. All right. So now what do you mean? So wherever I am seeing this Asif Hussain or Rinsi Patel, the required changes here. So what changes I have to apply? I have to get Asif and Rinsi only. I have to not get Hussain and Patel here, right? So that's where we use this particular query. So now let me merge. Let me use the merge statement here. So I am using merge. Let's understand the logic very clearly. Okay. I am merging the employee target table and I am mentioning it as, let us consider target table as employee target table as ET. Now I am merging this table using which table? Using employee source table. My dear viewers, this is not so rocket science to be difficult. It is very simple. I am merging a target table and I am giving the target table name as ET, a short form of employee target table. And now I am using this merge with the which table? With the employee source table. Now I am giving a short form it and alias name it as ES. Now we have to use the join condition here. What is the join condition? What is the common column between these two? For the employee target table, the common column is employee ID. Am I right? So now for the employee source table, the common column is also employee ID. So this is the general join condition that we know. All right. So till here it is as simple as such. Now let's write the logic. When this is matched, then what you have to do? Then it is like a if then else statement. When it is matched, then you have to update with the setting some name. What is the name? Employee target dot employee name equal to employee source dot employee name. Employee source dot employee name. So when it is matching, then you have to update it. All right. When it is not matching, then also we have to write. When not matched. Matching with what? When it is not getting matched by the target, that you have to write. Then what should be the output? Then when it is not matching at all, you have to insert the values. Insert the values for which column? For the employee ID column, comma, employee name column. Employee ID column and employee name column. So values, you are inserting values. What values? Employee ID, comma, employee name. Okay. So now if this particular SQL is getting confused, so I have to choose employee ID from which table, then we can write the source table here. So that's where we use ES dot employee ID, ES dot employee name. Okay. So now when it is getting matched, then you have to update it. When it is not matching, then you have by the target, then you have to insert it. Now when I am telling that when it is not matching by the target, then you have to insert. Now let me write another statement here. When it is not matched by source table. By source table. Which source table? With the employee source table. With the employee source table. Okay. Then employee target table. Then what you have to write here? Delete. Just we have to delete it, end with the semicolon. So let me repeat the whole logic for you again. I am merging the target table, okay, using this source table. For the employee target table, the short form ET, for the employee source ES. And what is the join condition? The common column between the target table and the source table is employee ID and employee name also, but anything we can choose it. So when matched, then you have to update it. When not matched with the target, then you have to insert it. Okay, but first condition is when not matched by target, you have to insert. But when not matched by source, then what you have to do? Then you have to delete it. Alright, it's very simple. So now if you understand, my dear viewers, we are using the update, insert and delete, these three commands in one query, right? So now let me execute it. Once I execute here, 2 rows affected. Now let us see, we have Asif, Rinsi, Asif and Rinsi. So this is the source table where I have Asif and Rinsi, and in the target table, earlier I had Asif Hussain and Rinsi Patel. Earlier I told that in the place of Asif Hussain, here I have to require the change. So that's why I have to get only Asif, and in the place of Rinsi Patel, I have to get only Rinsi as the source table that I have. Alright. So this is how we can use the insert, update and delete commands using merging statement, and we can use all these three commands in one statement in SQL Server. So thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your source for IT knowledge. We are always here to help you to navigate the tech world. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. Stay curious and keep learning.